funny.
What's up with the Christmas cup?
Merry Christmas.
It says slay all day.
Ooh, slay. Funny thing, we have a cute little corner set up, but if you guys could see what's around us right now...
Looks like an earthquake.
It does. We're basically in, like, my storage room, so it's a lot of storage. There's, like, Christmas stuff, there's a printer, there's a TV. It's not plugged in, a bunch of coats.
I'm not like you. I don't just sit down like, okay, let's start talking. I'm
right,
like, I gotta be in the mood. I gotta like...
I can talk all day, any day.
Are y'all recording already?
I'll go ahead and set everything up to record, then we just kind of go into it. So, last night we tried to record the whole point of like making the podcast more fun. One thing we wanted to do was like we wanted to, we asked everyone to put in their suggestions, and then the idea I had for this first episode of the podcast was, well, initially it was to react to our first few Attack on Titan videos, and then it changed to, I got an idea. We're going to get everyone's suggestions, write them down, cut them out, put them in a hat, then start drawing them. Yeah. Well.
So it wouldn't be a Rosas Rex video if we didn't have technical difficulties. And boy, did we have technical difficulties.
Things happen,
Bad things. It went so wrong so fast.
To be fair, the audio was just peaking really bad because it was the first time we had this audio set up. In fact, realistically, they're strong enough. We could probably just use one microphone. We don't really need one for both of us. But the idea of it is that they're sensitive enough that it turns out we underestimated how sensitive they were. Underestimated how sensitive the mics were. Yeah. And as a result of that, it ended up with audio that we could not use. Right. So we had to scrap that entire podcast. Which was fun. But also, the literal whole podcast was this name. Yeah. This name. Like, we couldn't pronounce hardly any titles anyways.
The title of the podcast was going to be Katie and Jackson Mispronounce Animes for an hour straight.
It's not good. And now I'm, like, focused on the audio to make sure we're doing okay. Because it's still kind of scaring me a bit. I'm going to turn this down just a bit more. Keep talking.
Okay, so the idea how we're doing it is we're drawing them out of the hat and grouping them by 5. So we would draw out 5 animes, and those are going to be in a poll by themselves. Animes? Anime? Okay, so we would draw out 5 anime at the same time, or like one at a time, and we would write them down into a list. And then those 5 are going to be in a poll, then the next 5 are in a poll, and then how we're going to do it is we're going to just start putting the polls up throughout the day and have everyone vote on what they want to win. The winner of each of those polls goes into its own poll, and that's how we're going to narrow it down.
Progress to the semifinals.
What we're going to do is we're trying to narrow it down to our top 4 or 5.
Then we're going to watch the pilot episodes of those 5. Suggested by, I wish I knew your name, but somebody suggested it in one of the...
I mean, unless it's one that he's already seen, obviously, which there aren't that many. But
even if it is one we've already seen, I don't mind reacting to the pilot episode of it.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, we'd go into it blind unless it's one that you've already seen.
Oh, right, yeah. I wasn't listening.
It would be a blind reaction from both of us going into the pilot episodes of these animes, and then from there, we'd kind of decide which one we felt like we wanted to watch. That we felt like we would enjoy the most.
Right.
And, because we know it's going to happen, I don't want to hear anybody arguing over subs and dubs and which one's better, okay? Yeah.
The whole point, this is one thing I commented on in the last podcast yesterday, was that it's like the whole anime community is like developed into tiers. You have the dubs, then you have the sub, and then you have the manga. So it's like, and each tier like
hates each other.
Hates the one under them. Like, it's almost like people like, it's developed into like these people that think they're above the other.
Yeah.
And that's just how it feels. It feels like, it's like, oh, who watches dubs? Dubs are for, like, you watch the sub, because it's like, it's so dumb though, because the people that worked on the dubs also respect and care about the series probably just as much as the people watching it. You know what I mean?
We're all in this weird community together. Let's just be friends and get along.
I'm just saying, because I normally watch the sub. I prefer the sub, but in some cases, the dub is great. Like in Death Note, I've watched the sub and the dub, and I love the dub of that show, and I get really upset when I hear people talking bad about it. I like the dub, okay? It made me upset because I'm like, oh, if we watch Death Note, we're just going to watch the dub. It'll be so much easier because then we don't have to worry about like reading and watching, read, look, read.
Which, I watch normal TV with subtitles anyway, so subtitles are kind of a normal thing.
I guess it is, yeah. I mean, I watched Godzilla movies my whole life. Like, subtitles are normal, but at the same time, it's nice every once in a while to relax and get away from reading subtitles. Like, is the Attack on Titan dub story completely different than the sub?
You know what the best...
I went, oh. I don't know if you heard that, but I felt it through my nose. But completely different.
I was going to make a comment about Shrek, but now I don't remember how I was going to tie that in. You know what the best dub is?
Shrek. We always find it always goes back to Shrek for some reason, no matter what we're talking about.
Always. Our lava lamp isn't lava lamping.
Well, I just turned it on.
You gotta wait on it to liquefy.
Okay, listen, nobody has to.
So anyways, the point of this podcast, I guess, is just to go over, because we drew them out of the hat. To be fair, it wasn't
You guys missed the hat.
It wasn't that much of it. The fun of like the whole hat thing. It was a cool idea, and it was kind of funny, but at the same time, it was like that's all it was just this one. All right, next one. This anime that I don't know how to pronounce. This series I don't know how to pronounce.
Did we ever draw Bunny Girl Senpai, by the way?
Oh my gosh, no, I don't think we did. But okay, look, we had our stupid hat, and then Katie knocked it off into the floor.
We did that
so
like
we ended
3
up
times.
losing a lot of them.
No.
Now
The butler knocked it off first. Then I knocked it off.
we have a butler that's our tech support, by the way.
Tech support, say hi.
Hi.
So basically, what I did whenever I got home was that last night was I just rewrote down all of the because we drew 5 at a time to decide which ones fought each other.
Here's a funny story. As we were drawing them out of the hat, we got to the last ones and realized that we never drew JoJo, Full Metal Alchemist, or what was the other one? Death Note. Those 3 we did not have in the hat.
The reason is because I've seen so many of them, I just forgot to write them down. It's like whenever I started writing down all the names, I started going through the community tab. We had 1.1 thousand comments in the community poll, by the way, or the community tab. 1.1 thousand suggestions.
Oh, it's hot.
It's a lava lamp, idiot.
Happy lava lamp day. Play your lava lamps, you love them.
Anyway, so I went through and I rewrote down all of the ones that we ended up drawing. So that's basically what we're going to do is just going to go over which ones are going to fight each other.
Yeah, and then you'll know what's in the polls, and you'll know what to expect.
Yeah, it's also a good way just to introduce the podcast, I think.
Make sure you vote.
It's not like a political channel now.
Go to the polls!
Pokemon, go to the polls. Did you ever see that? You ever saw that video with Hillary Clinton when she said that? We need a Pokemon. Butler, look it up. Pull that up.
Pokemon, go to the polls.
Yeah, I don't remember when she said it, but.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I try to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Well, I was going to say earlier was that I think this is a better introduction to the podcast than, hey, this is our podcast. We're going to draw names.
Paper out of the hat for an hour straight.
Almost 2 hours.
Yeah,
we
it
just
went
sat
on
there
for a
and
long time.
It did go on for a long time. So I think this is better. We have all our names. We're going to tell you guys what's going to fight. Also, I had to add in some names of ones that I generally...
And then whenever we get our winner, we're going to have a big announcement and we'll draw that name from a hat.
And our winner is... I think this is just
and
a
then we'll
better...
take tequila shots.
A better format, because I also got to add in a bunch that I realized that were just also gone. One of them was Blast of the Tempest. A couple other ones we found after the fact. Also, a lot of the ones that we drew and we had in different like fights with other series, like in different groups of other series, were the same series. They were just abbreviations or longer, like the Magica one.
Yeah. Huh. So that's whenever you just take your Death Note, your JoJo, and just those.
This one, the one that we can't pronounce. Puella. Butler put this into a
Puella
thing that makes
Madoc Magica.
No, Puella Madoka Magica. And people are just putting Magica, Madoka Magica, Magi Madoka Magica. It's like we had it in like 4 different categories as 4 different names.
Oh yeah, we did that.
Anyway, so I rearranged the battles a lot to figure out which ones are gonna fight. Yes.
All right. Yes, I'm down.
Okay,
Let's
so the
make
first
stuff
one and how many rounds are 1, 2, 3, 18. There are 18 polls.
Madoka Magica film series.
I told you it was Magica.
It was Madoka was the one that we were confused with.
You're saying Magica.
Madoka Magica.
Madoka Magica.
I'm putting a little spin on it, Katie.
What the heck are you playing?
Learn to fly.
Great.
The butler's flying penguins
He's
around.
evolving. He's learning to fly. His brain is developing at twice the rate of the normal butler.
It's the rate of a normal butler.
Okay, let's get back on track.
Getting back on track. Choo choo.
So these are the
Tears.
tiers.
Battles.
This
fights.
is the round 1 fights.
Can I have another margarita?
I did forget about Attack on Titan, Death Note, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
Attack on Titan.
Not Attack on Titan. You know I meant Death Note.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I didn't know what you meant.
What did I say?
You said Attack on Titan, Death Note, and JoJo. Then I said Attack on Titan. You said no, I meant Death Note.
wait. Okay, so Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, Death Note,
Jojo.
and JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I forgot about those three whenever I was going through making all the stupid lists. And then I figured out that after I made it all, that I legitimately like left off a bunch of names. Because I'm human.
Like Senpai Bunny Girl.
I guess I didn't put Senpai Bunny Girl. It doesn't really matter. I don't watch Senpai Bunny Girl. Please don't make me watch it.
Don't make me do it!
The other one was Blast of the Tempest and a couple of others that
Everyone vote for Corey in the house.
that people had suggested that I just forgot to put on. That I forgot to add. So these are the lists. Start off with the round one. So broken up, round one is 18 polls, which is a lot. But after we changed one winner, there's 18. Then we have 18 left.
Thank
I
you,
don't give her
Chaz.
another one. Why?
Get lit! Can't open it.
Silent. The last one. Was it flat? Okay. Round one. The first poll is Dorohedoro. Is that how you pronounce that? Doro. Hedoro. And Dororo. Dororo.
Dororo?
Those are two
And
separate
Dorohedoro.
ones. I like sat there and did extensive research. I'm like, these probably are the same show, but they're not. They're two different ones.
All right.
And they look completely different. So the other one is Elven Lied.
I like that one.
Assassination Classroom.
Just like the name.
I love elves, okay?
And Your Lie in April will be the first 5 that'll fight against each other.
Legolas is my dream.
I imagine out of those, probably Your Lie in April or Assassination
Keyboard
Classroom
Cookie
will win
Man?
because they're super, super popular.
Yes.
I didn't
wanna
hear
read the
anything you
next
said. One directly under that. Next 5.
We have Overlord, Fruit Basket, yes. One Punch Man, 7 Deadly Sins.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one. I
And-
forget about what order.
How did we say this? Akami ga Kill?
Akami got killed?
Akami ga Kill?
I saw one on Netflix today. I actually think it looks pretty good.
What's
I had it
the
to
one
my
you
list.
found on Netflix today that you showed me?
3 of those are on Netflix.
Natasha?
Overlord,
Nashua?
Overlord, One Punch Man, seven Deadly Sins, and Akami.
Akami ga Kill.
That one's on Netflix.
That one's gonna be a
was-
tough
that
one.
translates
And then
to,
there's
like,
Fruit
Akami
Basket.
Slashes or something.
Fruits Basket.
Fruit Basket. Did we Google Fruit Basket?
Look that up.
It's just gonna pull up a picture of a fruit basket.
Well,
Look
that's
up
probably
anime Fruit Basket.
true. Or manga.
Or manga Fruit Basket.
So the next 5, that's the next 5 is Overlord, Fruit Baskets, One Punch Man, 7 Deadly Sins, Akami ga. That one's gonna be a lot more interesting because I think the last one's probably gonna be Assassination Classroom or Your Lie in April. Your Lie in April. My tongue had to catch up with my brain.
Your Lie in April?
Your Lie in April. Your Lie in April.
Oh.
Next 5. Did you look up Fruit Baskets? Fruits Basket? Yeah, there's pears.
Bananas?
Tells the story of an orphan girl who learns 12 members of the Soma family are possessed by the animals of the Chinese zodiac.
So like a crab?
The crab of Zodiac.
Yeah, is it a sign for Cancer? Isn't Cancer Zodiac?
You're a Cancer.
I am, so I'm a crab.
I don't know
It all
the.
came a full circle.
Am I
you
weird
guys.
for not caring about the stupid zodiac signs?
Oh, I just know mine.
I think
You're
I
a
knew mine.
Gemini. You're a Leo?
I'm not a Leo. I knew that for a fact.
Sagittarius?
I think I'm that one. It was one that I couldn't pronounce. So I think it was that one. I think of my zodiac. Oh, great. Next 5. Future Diary, Wolf's Reign, Land of the Lustrous, Demon Slayer, and Classroom of the Elite will be the next 5 they're going to fight. The only one I've seen this was Demon Slayer. I think those.
Oh, you're a Virgo.
scripted a lot. I am not.
I didn't see that.
Hey!
You're
Get out!
the Virgin. Persuasive, disciplined, decisive, focused, calm, a leader, and a virgin.
I'm focusing on the leader part of that, okay?
I would say that you're persuasive and disciplined. Decisive? Can you make decisions easily?
No. I'm definitely not decisive. 2 of the 3.
Focused?
Yeah, I think I'm focused.
You're pretty calm, I think. Well, on the
No.
outside.
Yeah.
On the
Inside,
inside.
it's like a freaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the inside, it's scary.
It's like,
Your lucky color is navy blue, which makes sense because everything you have is blue. Not navy, though. You're more of a bright blue. Optimistic, cheerful, caring, reserved. You're reserved. You're caring. You're not cheerful. You always kind of look like you want to punch me in the face.
I only look like that on the outside. Next 5. Fully Cooley. FOLLYCOLLY.
Fully, fully. Hey,
What's...
you have a Cheeto stuck to your fez.
You do have a Cheeto on your face.
The weirdest sentence I think I've ever said. That's a lot of
Excuse me,
weird
sir, you have a
things.
Cheeto on your face?
Excuse me, Butler.
Fooly Cooly, Dragon Ball Z Kai.
What?
I don't know who
I watched only
recommended
for
that.
Piccolo.
Bleach, Gintama, and Samurai Champloo.
Samurai Jack. Was that a show? That was a show. Did you watch that show?
So, yeah, we added Fooly Cooly twice. We added Fooly Cooly, and then we added FLCL. Because we're like, FLCL, is that an acronym or is that anime? Oh, no, we'll add it to the tier. And then it's
And
like,
then
oh, no,
it
it's the
goes
same thing. It's just somebody abbreviated it.
My turn
You
to
can read the next
things.
5.
Alright, the next 5. We have Mob Psycho, Attack on Titan Junior High, Date Alive, because you don't want to date dead.
Nothing's stopping you.
What's the one that... Inuyasha? Inuyasha. Noragami, which is not like origami.
Is that the next 5? That's
Yep,
it?
That's it.
Attack on Titan, Junior High, Mob Psycho, Date Alive, Inuyasha,
Yep.
and Noragami.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'm looking at you, resident anime expert over there in the corner. That was gonna be between
Nerd.
Mob Psycho because that one was suggested a lot, and Attack on Titan Junior High.
Yeah. I kind of hope it's that one. I like that one. I want to see that one.
Next 5, Beastars, which I saw on Netflix today, and I watched a little trailer for it, and I think it looks really cool.
It's supposed to be a blind reaction if it wins.
Well, you know what? I cheated, and I looked at a commercial. Castlevania, Tokyo Ghoul, Prison School, and Darling in the Franxx.
Prison School.
I will not.
Kenny refuses. I will not. I'm not watching that with her. And I'm definitely not watching that on YouTube. How are we going to get that on YouTube?
Yeah, no.
That's where I make my money. I'm going to be like, just react to it somewhere else. It's like, why?
No.
What's Darling in the Franxx? How do you pronounce that? Franxx?
Franks.
I think it's Franxx.
It's a hot dog. Darla eats a lot of hot dogs.
Franxx?
Franks?
I thought it was Franxx. How are 2 X's pronounced?
How are 2 X's pronounced?
Mm-hmm.
We're waiting for you. You're supposed to be on this stuff.
This has it with capital X's.
So it's Fran XX? Good thing I didn't add an extra X at the end.
I'm a little iffy about that one.
Otherwise, I will not.
That one's probably going to be Tokyo Ghoul, Castlevania, and Beastars.
Tokyo Ghoul. Vote for that one.
Next 5. Banana Fish.
Yes, vote for that one.
The one we just talked about. Puella
Madoc Magica.
Magica? There's way too many words.
We don't like a lot of words.
Black Butler, Violet Evergarden, Devilman Crybaby.
Devilman Crybaby.
Banana Fish,
That's on Netflix.
Madoka,
You're
Magica,
on Netflix.
Black Butler, Violet Evergarden, and Devilman Crybaby. I'm assuming that'll probably be between Black Butler and
Devilman
Devilman
Crybaby.
Crybaby because I get those a lot.
My name's in that.
Next one.
Crybaby.
Would you call me?
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Evangelion.
Claymore. Grand Blue. A Silent Voice. It's a movie. Ergo Proxy. I feel like this one's going to be between Neon Genesis Evangelion and
Probably because I talk about that one a lot. We've recorded a lot, and I always go on a tangent about that show. It's my favorite anime. I love it so much.
He likes his Neon Genesis Evangelion.
This is my my lanyard. Just had that happen to be laying right here, so I had to show it off. Like, what are the odds of that?
I want to see.
God's in his heaven.
All's right with the world.
It sounds like a very uplifting series.
I would say vote for Claymore because I have a feeling that Neon Genesis Evangelion is probably going to make me cry.
Evangelion.
I don't know if cry's the right word, but the other one's
Make
Claymore
me feel
Silent
sad.
Voice, which is a movie, and then Ergo Proxy.
I've read those.
I'm just repeating them so that people
emphasis?
know. Yeah, for emphasis.
Repeat.
Do you remember when Dad used to go, Pete and repeat, we're walking off the bridge.
Pete fell off.
Who was left? And you go, repeat. He go, okay, Pete, repeat, we're walking on the bridge. Pete fell off, and who was left?
I'm sure everybody's dad did that too.
Did everyone's dad do that, or was it just ours?
It's just a dad
Butler?
thing to do.
Never heard that.
Okay.
Next. God of High School.
I don't like high school.
Gurren
High school.
Lagann? Gurren.
Gurren
Like-
Lagann.
Do you know
Okay.
that one?
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann. God of High School. Next up is Rainbow Nisha. Then there's a bunch of other words after that. Your fire alarm is still going off?
I thought we fixed that.
Every once in a while I hear a beep.
Okay, whenever you hear that, it's my fire alarm is out of batteries, and it's been out of batteries for like a year now.
You lazy.
So I hope I don't ever need that fire alarm.
Anyways, God of High School, Gurren Lagann. I think that's how I said it was pronounced. Rainbow Nisha.
And
Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. And then Clannad. Clannad. We're pronouncing these very American. I know that.
Yes,
or very
wrong.
Very wrong. Maybe not American.
I feel like most Americans know how to say things.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't.
So this is the next 5. After that,
All right.
You go.
Next up to fight. Tower of God, Soul Eater, Ping Pong, the animation, Black Clover, and Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm gonna
Black
say
Clover has been recommended a lot, or at least the
Clover's
openings
probably
were.
gonna win that one. I want to know what Ping Pong the animation is, because that sounds like fun.
I looked it up. I didn't see much on it.
You can read the next one. I think that's one I had to hold up to the camera because I had no idea. Spell it out to me.
Hotarubi space no Mori space E. Hotarubi no Mori.
Hotarubi.
I gambled on that one. Hotarubi no Mori. Hotarubi no
Something
Mori.
like this.
The other one's Parasite Given. Anohana. Anohana. And then March comes in like a lion.
Rawr.
Somebody suggested another word. I think the Japanese. The actual like. And then I put it into
The
Google.
actual Japanese.
The actual name. Like the actual
Like,
name of it. This is
you
the
said
English translation
The
of it.
Japanese, like the actual, and this is just the English. I was like, the actual Japanese.
No, the actual title. And then when I put it into Google, it came out as March Comes in Like a Lion, which I guess is the English translation to it.
Oh.
So this is much preferred if people would put in the English translated title.
It makes it easier.
I put it in that just so it's easier for me to read. But
I was about to say, I didn't really remember that.
those are the 5. Parasite Given, Anohana, and then March Comes in Like a Lion, which I forgot the actual title that they put. And then the other name that she held up in front of the camera. I guarantee you Parasite's going to win. I heard a lot of good things about Parasite.
Parasite.
Next 5. Sword Art Online.
Ooh.
The one that sounds like the one that he said, Inuishiki. Inuashiki. Dragon Ball Abridged, which is not an anime, but okay. I went ahead and included it. Death Parade and Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn.
Gundam.
Sword Art Online.
Unicorn's so basic.
I heard a lot of mixed things. I heard some people that love that show and other people that think it's like the worst thing to ever exist. So I'm very mixed on it. I don't know what to think. I don't know if it's a good show or not.
We need our own opinions on things.
Next 5. I think there's only 4 in that tier.
The SpongeBob anime. What is INT?
I just put intro, end, and then
Intro 1 through 3, end, episode 1. Konosuba, Ghost in the Shell, and Yuri on Ice.
Ghost in the Shell is a movie that came out recently with
What's
Scarlett
Yuri
Johansson.
on Ice about?
Some of the person that wrote that comment said it's Yuri on Ice. It's a guy named Yuri and he's on ice or something like that.
I love you for that comment. That makes me want to watch the show.
I think the SpongeBob anime will probably win.
I think so too. I kind of hope it does.
I kind of hope
I
it
would
does.
love to watch that.
I think the first episode got taken down.
For what?
I don't know why, but I think that like the whole thing on Twitter was about it. I don't know if it actually got taken down or not, or what the actual issue is, but heard by
I
word
haven't
of
been on
mouth.
Twitter in so long.
Konosuba, Ghost in the Shell is a movie with Scarlett Johansson. Heard it was.
Oh, we do like some ScarJo.
I don't know. I heard it was bad, but I don't know. I haven't seen the movie.
Was it bad?
I haven't seen it either.
My butler's eating a sandwich.
Next 5, Dr. Stone, Creators,
You know what movie I like? Doctor Strange.
Origairu,
Origami.
Oregairu, My Hero Academia,
Yes.
and Shinsekai Zori.
Shinsekai Zori.
Shinsekai Zori. ShinSekaiAIYORI. The My Hero Academia, I guarantee he's going to win this one.
Yeah.
No way it's not.
I'll vote for it.
Next
Yeah,
5,
it.
Boku no Pico.
Boku no Pico.
Boku no Pico. Berserk, 1997. I love Berserk. I've been reading the manga is so good. Charlotte.
As a manga reader.
As a manga reader, I could say you're not prepared for this joke, Kitty. You're not prepared. Charlotte, Made in Abyss, which is another one that's been like, and then Kaguya-sama?
Caillou?
Kaguya-sama. Love is War.
Love is
Kaguya sama.
Naruto. Toru series. Shiki. The Rising of the Shield Hero. Help. Say that last one that starts with an N.
Nichijoi?
Nichijoi.
Oh.
Nichijoi. That's one that we made.
I feel more
Google
comfortable with him
pronounce.
gambling on words because he's watched enough anime that I feel like he's probably comfortable.
He probably knows more than both of us combined ever. Alright.
Boop,
Last
boop.
one is you.
Last 5.
This is the big one, you guys.
When we got to it, we put in the last 5 we had in the last category. The last 5. Which I'm kind of glad it's the big ones facing off with each other because that makes it more fair that we eliminate some of the bigger ones before. But One Piece, Death Note, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Cory in the House. Someone suggested Cory in the House, and I added it in as a joke, and it ended up. And what's funny is everyone's gonna vote talking about Death Note. What's funny is Cory in the House is gonna end up winning. I really hope that happens when we end up watching the final episode of Cory in the House.
Make it happen.
All right, so those are our tiers. We have 18 polls, and the 18 winners will go into the next one, and then we'll break it down.
It's exciting. I think it's a good idea. I'm excited about having to watch blind reactions because I think that's going to be fun.
Yeah,
To do
the
things
last
that we've
5.
never heard of.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. So
I'm hoping it's Fruit Basket, Banana Fish, Cory in the House, SpongeBob, and Bunny Girl Senpai.
I guess I need to add Bunny Girl Senpai. No, let's add it to the one that only had 4. The one with SpongeBob Anime.
Okay, we're putting Bunny Girl Senpai on the list. We've had like 3 people request it already. It's pretty popular.
I thought only one person suggested it, Katie.
I saw it twice or 3
did?
times. I think I saw it twice. Okay, we've had 2 people request it, and
There. Bunny Girl Senpai will go up
our
against
lava lamp
this.
is lavaing.
Oh, good. At the very end of the podcast.
Look, there's goo on the top now. When did
Bunny
they
Girl
do that?
Senpai will now go up
Wow.
against Yuri on Ice, Ghost in the Shell, Konosuba, and the SpongeBob Anime.
Vote for Bunny Girl Senpai. I'm kidding. Don't do that. It's weird.
No, you asked him to vote for Prison School.
Before I knew what it was about, okay? I was like, oh, prison school sounds fun, and they were both like, no.
Okay, those are our tiers. Everyone feel good with them?
I feel alright with them. How do you feel, Butler, sir?
Fantastic.
The Butler feels fantastic.
You're like
Right,
a
I'll
translator. I don't understand what he's saying. How do you feel? My butler says it's fantastic.
Only I know what he's saying.
Yeah. And it's also a little nice introduction to the way the podcast will kind of go. Next time, I kind of like the idea of not having a topic going into it.
I feel like that helps us, though.
Maybe it does, but I don't know, just kind of being able to just rant and just talk about other things. I think I get really stressed out whenever it's like, okay, this is what we gotta do. We need to make sure we stay on topic, make sure we do this. And if we deviate too much, it's like I get stressed out. It's like, oh my god, how am I gonna swing it back to this? Whenever it's like we just
But I
kind
feel
of
like if
rant.
we don't have a topic, I don't know what to talk about. So then I just start rambling
Just
about
going on, like,
random
stories?
things. Yeah, so I'll tell stories about how people think that I do weed at work.
People think I do weed. That's a clear sign you don't. People think I do the weed.
They think I get to like smoke heroin and stuff. Shoot up some marijuana. I don't know.
People think I shoot weed. Thank you for inviting me over.
Oh yeah, anytime. You can come to my storage room anytime you want.
And letting me set up shop in your basement. Thank you for letting me use this corner of your attic.
He had to put in new light bulbs and set up a lamp and like move things around. I put up the shelves and decorated them with alcohol.
You put them out
bottles.
too high so you can barely see them.
Look, you know what? I did what I could.
I did like your display. That looks really nice.
Thank
Especially
you.
like this little skull shotgun. And the whole thing falls.
I know, don't touch it, please. I was putting the bottles on there, and so this one, the Captain Morgan Cannon Blast, is empty because I was afraid that if I put 30 full bottles up there, it was gonna fall. But I really like the way that those two look, so I was like, well, we'll
There's
just
no
have to
room. I had to
risk it.
bring mine in here and set it off to the side.
So whenever he turned 21, I took him to the liquor store, and he bought 1 bottle of alcohol. And this was like, how old are you? You're gonna be 23 this year, aren't you?
No, I'm 22. I'm about to be 22.
Holy Okay, so it's been a year, and this is his progress on it. Every time he comes over, he just kind of pours a little bit into his Coke, and like,
Richard, I'm not much of a drinker. I don't know. Like, I'll drink.
I kind of want to know what this stuff is at the bottom, like if it's like crystallized sugar, or if it's just...
Yeah, I guarantee it's just crystallized sugar.
I want to eat it. Is that weird?
I want to eat it. You just go outside of the concrete, bash it open, and start
I've
looking
been waiting for you to finish this bottle so I can eat the sugar out of the bottom. Because it looks yummy.
No, I'll drink when other people are around, just kind of casually.
This tastes like cinnamon mouthwash.
It doesn't. You literally told me you liked it.
I do like it. I like it. I didn't say it was bad. I'm just saying it tastes like cinnamon mouthwash.
It tastes like mouthwash.
Put it in some cream soda. Pretty good.
It is really good. That's my favorite thing. I'm drinking on Pepsi. I'm not much of a Pepsi person, but I like it.
You know what? I don't like Dr. Pepper. I am not a Dr. Pepper drinker.
Which is blasphemous because we live in Texas and literally everyone's
Yes.
like addicted to it.
It's like, I don't know, it's a drug.
There's a huge problem literally on the news because there's a Dr. Pepper shortage.
Yeah,
the whole
people
coronavirus
are
thing. Because all the Texas middle-aged women can't get their Dr. Peppers and they're all going to start
And the
going insane.
butlers. As he sips his second can, he has 2 cans right here.
Alright, I think we pretty much talked a bit.
We did talk a bit.
I think we talked a bit. I think it'll get a lot easier the more we go on, though. You know what I mean? We'll get more comfortable with it, and
we got more people. We got to fit this table eventually.
What?
We have more people. We have to try to fit at this table eventually.
I know we do. We got people that are going to be coming on, and we need to figure out a way to fit them in here. It's a small table.
It's a small room full of alcohol bottles and Christmas decorations.
Well, that's a good introduction to how we'll do things and kind of get warmed up. It's not perfect. It isn't, but I mean, we'll warm up to it.
Leave a nice comment. We're trying.
Please don't hate on this too much. Oh my god, this is trash. Why does the audio sound so bad?
Please say that, actually. Comment how trash we are. I feed on it.
Alright guys, thank you guys for tuning in. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace out.
Hopefully Jackson stays alive.